My daughter Fallon married a loser. In Thanksgiving, I can't stand this kid, that I actually put, he loves hot chocolate, and I put Ex Lax in his hot chocolate. So he had diarrhea all night, which I enjoyed seeing him. So when I get mad or sad or whatever, I always get under his skin so I could show Fallon what kind of a loser she's married. He needs help. I don't need help.
Well, that was Collude confessing to sneaking a laxative into her son-in-law Steve's hot chocolate. Now,
With my daughter's help.
Collude's husband and Fallon's father, Jerry, is here, and you don't like him either?
That's really not true. I love Steve, and, well, I'm giving my perspective. Okay, your perspective is very outspoken. I believe that, to say the least, I believe that that Fallon and Steve really are meant for each other. They are their best friend. However, okay, my perspective is more about my daughter's happiness. That's all I care about, her long-term happiness, not her short-term happiness. Right now, you know, as is mentioned, she makes a significant amount more money than Steve. And so what that does is they've created a certain lifestyle that they're used to and that Fallon's used to. And my concern is when they do decide to have children, Fallon was a dancer her entire life. Steve was a hockey player. So whether they have a boy or a girl, they're going to want to put them in something that's very expensive and very time-consuming. My concern is once Fallon has a baby and her maternal instincts kick in, is she going to want to be a stay-at-home mom?
Yes,
whether it's for 6 months or a year. And if so, will Steve's finances be able to sustain the lifestyle that they're used to?
Nope, it won't.
And if not, is that going to cause a problem with Fallon where she's going to resent having to work instead of wanting
and she
to?
will.
Okay, but let me ask you something here, and I get where you're going, and thank you for that. It gives me an idea of where you stand in this. But listen, I do have 2 grown children. One's married and the other one's not, and
They're both working, I bet.
they are.
I rest my case.
Steve does work. You can't say he doesn't work, and he works
Not enough.
in a very well. But he's a paramedic firefighter, and it's not his fault that people don't get paid for doing the type of his job like Fallon gets paid.
And listen, you know, parents know what they want, and they know certain things, and I do think I know something about people and relationships. I don't think as much as you do. Because I don't have as much to say as you have to say, I'll say that.
I say the truth.
But you say the truth as you see it.
That's what I see.
I'll tell you what you do. You say the truth as you see it, and you manage people by intimidation with the idea that if you talk louder and you talk longer, then you're going to come out the winner. But you've met the old boy with whom that doesn't work, lady.
Well, we'll see.
Because I just don't buy into that.
We'll see. I'm a mom.
And,
I have one daughter.
You're even criticizing his clothes. You said you don't even have on a tie.
Even you gave it to him. Did you give it to him?
You say you're not even wearing a tie. You have a very legitimate. You have a very legitimate career at this point. And I'll tell you what. When you do what you do, when you work as a paramedic, firefighter,
I'm not questioning
man,
that.
I don't need you very often, but when I do, my life depends on it. And thank you for doing it.
That's right.
But
not 2-3 days. Get a job.
Just because you're on the spot right now, don't act like
I'm not on the spot. I'm concerned, Dr. Phil.
Let me ask you something.
For God's sake, I know him. You just don't know him.
If you were going to categorize yourself as credible, I'm going to give you some choices. Credible, constructive, rude, loudmouth, and obnoxious. Where would you put yourself?
All of them, if I have to be. I'm outspoken. I'm a generous person. I'm a very good person. But because I'm outspoken, I'm bad, I don't think so.
Do you ever keep your mouth shut long enough to find out if you have to be all those things?
Shut up.
Do you think you're actually contributing something here by being obnoxious and rude?
That's the only way I could do it. You know, whoever said no, it's none of your business. You're not living, you know, with me. You don't know anything.
You don't need to worry about them. Just talk to me here.
Well, I can hear it. I can hear it. And you speak up, Fallon, like you speak up to me.
She doesn't need your permission to speak up.
I'm just saying,
I'm conducting this interview, and if I need your help, I know exactly where to find you. Okay?
Wow, she's annoying. And interrupting everybody. But when it's turned around on her, she has a problem with all of them interrupting and the audience chiming in. That woman would drive me crazy. Do you have someone like that in your family? I would almost suspect her daughter not to. I just wouldn't talk to her. I feel like if that was the way my mother acted, I just would remove myself from being around her, because that's awful. Oof. I hope Dr. Phil Layden straightened her out a bit, because annoying. Leave your comments. Let's talk about it.